This is devotional number 177, and today's date is November 22nd, 2016. This week we are continuing our examination of a Strong's word, Strong's number 96, dokimos, and it's translated as castaway, rejected, and reprobate or reprobates, plural. And we are down to the last verse. Actually, there are three verses, 2 Corinthians 13, 5 through 7. And we are doing this study to help you, Lord willing, if you are unfamiliar with Strong's, to learn how to use Strong's Concordance. We started this last week, and we're continuing with this word this week. Strong's number 96. 2 Corinthians 13, 5 through 7 states, "Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves how that Jesus Christ is in you, except ye be reprobates. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. Now I pray to God that ye do no evil. Not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates." And here we find this word, adokimos, translated as reprobates three times in this one passage. And it really makes us ponder the all-important question, am I really in the faith? Not that salvation is available. It is not anymore. God shut the door on May 21, 2011. However, we have to understand that salvation is really a gift from God during the day of salvation, and it's always according to God's eternal decree. As we read, for example, in John 1, 12 through 13, where it says, "But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God." Now, in light of that, as we think about this passage in 2 Corinthians 13, 5 through 7, we see an interesting contrast between the idea of someone that is a reprobate, in other words, they are not saved, and someone that is saved or approved. As we read in verse 7, "Now I pray to God that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates." Here in this passage, actually, the word approved is the main word in the compound word reprobates. In other words, reprobate, castaway, or rejected is adokimos. Adokimos is a compound word. It's made up of a, the alpha prefix, which is a negative, and the word dokimos, which is this word approved in verse 7, 1384. So when you put the a in front of it, it would mean not approved, which is why it's rendered as castaway, reprobate, or rejected. In other words, not approved. And we also read, for example, this word 1384 is translated as tried in James 1:12, which is really an interesting passage because it really speaks to our present day right now. It says, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation or trial, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. So there it's translated as tried. Also, if we go to 2 Timothy 2:15, we find there, this is a familiar passage, having to do actually with what we're doing right now, and that is studying the Bible. It says, study to show thyself approved, that's dokimos, unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. And that word study can also be translated, be diligent to show thyself approved unto God. We are only approved if, number one, we have become born from above. For example, if we go to another passage, 2 Corinthians 10, verse 18, brings this idea out pretty clearly. 2 Corinthians 10:18, we read there, for not he that commendeth himself is approved, but whom the Lord commendeth. So the approval has to come from God, and that comes with salvation. And the only reason we are approved is because God is satisfied, not with us, but with the work and the faith of the Lord Jesus Christ that has been imputed to us. And of course, in light of all of this, we have to keep in mind the statement in James 1:22, where it says, and this is as a result of salvation, not in order to be saved, but as a result. It says, but be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Those who have not become regenerated will be eternally rejected, because they will be annihilated at the end of the world, and they will never be approved by God. But in his mercy, God has set apart a people for himself that he atoned for prior to the foundation of the world.